welcome back. This is Adventures with Dr. Joe. We need to install a new PTO on our spreader because I'm using a different tractor and the PTO that I got it with is too short. So this is a brand new PTO. We need to put it together, install it, and typically we need to shorten it to get it to fit perfectly. Let's do that. So first thing we're going to do is take these protective covers off, which you should never remove when this thing is working. Very important. So we're going to take the two parts apart, unscrew these, basically just a 90-degree turn. These are some keepers, and these things need to come out. So we'll pop them out. And we'll take the covers off, and we'll see the PTO for what it's worth underneath it. So the sleeve will come off. These covers come off, and then the two ends of the PTO look like this. There's a universal. This is a spring-loaded latch. It's stuck right now. With a grease fitting here, and we need to grease this ring that this piece slides in. And believe it or not, there's a small grease fitting here in the plastic as well. So one grease fitting here, one here for the universal on each end. We'll get those set. Okay, I freed these up, and now that pin goes in and out. When that thing moves out of the way, it'll allow it to go onto the spline gear and then lock. There's only one way for these to go on, so I've marked the corresponding edge. This is how they go together. And we're going to connect these to the ends of the PTO, the tractor. This will be the tractor side, and the spreader side. And then we'll run it up and down. We'll check to see if it binds, and if so, we're going to shorten it, and we shorten the tube the exact same length on each end. And then we're going to take it off. We're going to grease the shaft, we're going to grease the grease fittings, and we're going to grease this groove to allow the whole piece to rotate freely. So I've connected the first end to the spreader. Obviously I have the tractor turned off. And please, when you're connecting a PTO to an implement, be sure your tractor is turned off. A PTO can kill you. So we've got the PTO connected. The shaft is connected to the PTO. And then this is connected to the spreader. Now what we're going to do is we're going to run the spreader up and down and take a look at the excursion on the PTO shaft to see if we need to shorten it. Okay, we're going to run it through. We're going to do the excursions. For this application, it looks like the length is okay. We don't need to cut it, which I'm surprised, but that's good news. So we're going to shut the tractor off, take the shaft off, and get it looped up, ready for use. Okay, let's grease these up. Hook our grease gun to this joint. We're watching the grease come out. but you can see it come out here. Take this off. Put it on here. We'll look for that same effect again. There it goes, coming out everywhere. Good. So I've got a little bit of grease here. Basically coat the entire shaft with this grease so we got it fully lubricated. And we'll also put a little bit into this grease joint, which greases the groove so that the cover can rotate easily on it. You can see we've got our shaft greased, we've got the grooves, you can see the extra grease coming out through that universal joint. So greasing is done. We greased it through these two plastic fittings. Now we're going to reassemble the safety guard. So this is how the safety guards are reassembled. First the outside goes over that, and then this end of the tube with the holes for those nuts, for those screws, goes in, and then try to line them up. Once you line them, turn them 90 degrees, you're good to go. They take a little wiggling, not bad. The tube, we'll just tip it over to line up those 3 slots for our screws. And to put the shaft back together, there you go, that's ready to go. If you found that it was binding and it was simply too long, you basically cut some of it off, but you cut it off in a special way. You cut equal amounts off of both ends of the steel shaft, and then equal amounts off both ends of the cover. So that's important. This PTO shaft will get a lot of use on our spreader. Thank you for watching. Consider subscribing. Click like, I appreciate that very much. Comments are always welcome. Thank you.